most of the time, I think, on average. But the music done. I had a feeling. I had a feeling it was a little too loud. There you go. Is that good enough? There you go. That should be good. Oh. Alright. Hopefully that's better. I didn't draw today, so I'm just trying to do something, you know. Just get my wrist warmed up. My whole arm actually warmed up because draw with your arm, not your wrist. I mean, if you can, the arm. And most things you can do with your arm. You don't need your wrist. I mean, you need you need your wrist, but like drawing like lines like this, use your whole arm instead of trying to draw it with your wrist, because that's when issues happen, and that's when your wrist starts hurting because you draw for so long. Just move your entire arm. Let your arm take all the weight. But when you're doing like super like detailed lines and stuff, I understand sometimes you gotta use your wrist, but most of the time, just the arm is enough. Okay, let's see. Mumbling? Yeah, I was just saying things, you know. I was just talking to myself over here. Alright, so let's see what we're going to be doing. Most of my time lapses are just like squiggles, because I usually start off like that. Even if I've drawn, honestly, it just makes me understand I don't have to be too serious. I haven't trouble deciding on the hair. Oh, I saw it on the Discord. The Cleopatra. I literally just saw it. It's up to you. I think I feel like the last one's my favorite because I feel like it gives the illusion of hair a little bit more. Because the first one, I mean, the first one kind of does also, but the second one, I mean, it does towards the end. I feel like you should add that same little hint to it to the bangs though, just so it can give that illusion of hair, because it kind of gives it kind of like separates it. Because usually, like if her hair was super curly, then her bangs would also be curly, you know. So you have to, I think about it that way. That's why I like the third one more, because I feel like it's cohesive through the whole thing. It's probably a little bit. So you already have a decision in mind. The hair actually. Yeah. What do I mean? I mean the like um the last hair that you showed. It looks like the whole hair is using the same like shape language, if that makes sense. So that it's kind of like let's just do like a simple like, head here, but it gives the illusion of hair, the hair being like cohesive, because you have like the tips here and the tips here doing the same thing, you know. But the second one, it's like bangs here, and then the bottom is doing this little thing, you know, kind of like separates it when it should be one set piece. So if the ends of here are like this, then the ends of here should be like this. Even if you do it like subtly, you should still have the same idea, just to keep the consistency. Yeah, be consistent with the hair. I don't lie. I was rushing the second one. You just trying to get three of them out of there. I mean, if you're doing the quick sketches, it's just for the idea, you know. Because obviously, like you said, you're still deciding, so it isn't like the finished product. So it's fine. Like if you're just going quick with it just to see what you liked. Because if you didn't like the shape or anything, then there'd be no reason to continue. That's why only one of them detailed. Yeah, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. But I like the idea and the shapes of the first one. But if you were to give it a little bit more like like you don't have to detail it too much. Just add a little bit of like make it look more like hair, like the texture, right? Because even if your hair is extremely stylized, if I were to go to somebody like a right, if I were to go to someone like her, but your hair is pretty stylized, right? What you'll realize, I mean, pretty simply stylized. What you'll realize is if I were to go here, like the bangs, I just allude to hair being like clumped up together, like here, you know, just alluding to that same thing. And here, we're having that same feeling, but just a little bit more strands of hair, because it's kind of like I'm imagining these were cut cleanly and these ones right here were cut unevenly, which is why her hair does this thing. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to allude to that. So when you're thinking about your hairstyle, think about the overall shape that you want and then cut into it. These ones are a bit older, so I'm trying to find like a more... I mean, I guess Aoki's is a good example too. Like a big shape for the hair. Right, and obviously I know the part is here. It's curving out like that. And then we'll have his hair curve in like so. And that same illusion should be going here. This is how the hair should be. I don't know why I did it this way, but it should follow that same illusion because his hair is turning. So I did it wrong here actually. His hair should actually curve out, go in, curve out, go in, curve out, go in, like so. I guess I just was bored or something and I didn't want to do it. Or lazy, that's the word. His hair should be kind of like that. To keep the same, I mean obviously I can make it shorter, but it should curve out and curve in like that. Then again, if I didn't detail the last one, let me see. Let me just look at it both on their shape. Give me a second. Let me go back. Let's see. If we're just looking on shape, I think I like the second one better. I like the second one better, and I like the fact that you showed the back, so it's kind of showing how the front is longer than the back is. I like how you showed that, so the hair feels a little bit more real. But like I said, if you were to add just a little bit more to the bangs, just to match it to the style of like the tips of the hair, I feel like it'd be nice. So number 2 is my favorite one. And also, let me see if I can go back to number 2 and see what it looks like. Actually, no. I mean, I guess you can subtly put like a little bit of some earrings there, you know, if you'd want to. You don't have to. But I feel like recently I've just liked to show a little bit, or have the ears shown a little bit. Maybe if I had her hair tied up or something. I don't know. That's just me. It's just a stylistic choice. Recently I've been thinking that way. Down to about that length, and then we'll come in, turning over the leg. I want to taper in a little bit more. If I go with the first one, I come with the earrings. I mean, you can, but I mean, it's up to you. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. It's your choice. And yeah, if you do the first one, you can do some earrings, some really cool ones. I feel like short hair really does that well, you know, leaves room for designing other things. Alright, I think an issue that I've been realizing with this new way of drawing is that I have to remember it tapers a lot more the bottom, so the leg should taper in, just like I've been doing with that. Taper the leg in, and then we can have the knee come out down, because it's a separate piece. we'll have from this point curving to make that shin bone, and then it'll curve over like that. And then this part right here will come out and then go in. But it's too short. That's actually not bad in the sense of this design of it. Okay, and then this tip right here should go in a little bit more. Before you think anything, no, I didn't get rid of the guidelines. Okay, nice. And take it away. Wait, I take it away so I can properly display. Yeah, okay, yeah. This is what I forgot. This part actually should go up here and then go up. But the thing is, it doesn't have to really be that long. I have to remember, from here, the bone pops out, stops, and then goes in. Pops out, stops, and then goes in. And this part right here, halfway of that, is this curve. And then we'll have like something like that. And then right here we can add. Okay. And right here we can add this section coming in, the same area, and then curving out. Same area curving out. Let's have this doing that. Alright, and then this section, since it is splitting this area, this is the section up here where we'll have that little bit of that bump right there in the leg. And then down here. Okay. Let's see that length right here. I mean, this is more of a typical proportion of a human. Let me actually make her legs longer because I like to do that. Let's extend these legs. And then I want to actually give her some small feet. Some very small ones. Alright, so this right here is the, what do you call it, the clavicle. So this right here is the shoulder. And then it attaches to the clavicle right here. See, this is the tricky part. The center should be wider than because they go farther back. So let me actually adjust this a bit. This is something I should always remember. This should end a lot further out, and then the traps will attach here. And then it'll come back curving down here, going up here, curving out here to go up here. Okay, and then this right here, if we split it in half, this is where the pecs will go up there. And then we can curve this out. We're gonna give her some skinnier arms. Make sure it goes down below. Right, what's going on, man? What's good? And then, since it is a box, I was thinking of using the same shape for the arm, but it's the box. Unless it's like really, like unless your arms are really muscular, I think a simple box could work for this, because unless your arms are like these, I think a simple box. Actually, this might. Actually, no, because it'd have to curve the back because of the traps. That's why I think a simple box works better, because it really helps you understand, like, if your arm is facing, like, wait, if your arms are going, like, resting normally. Wait, how does it even look? If your arms are just rested normally, you'll see the inner part. So you'll see it like this. Like, this is what you'll see if your arms are resting normally. So let me actually switch these arms, because her arms are actually going in right here, which isn't. I wish I can, like, move positions with this thing, because it's kind of bugging me. Let's erase. So her arms naturally will go down here and then curve. I mean, like, have an edge like that, so the box goes like this. So this is where the bicep goes, and then the tricep goes in the back. I have to always remember that. Very important. All right, but I feel like there's a distance, a little bit more of a distance there. But let me try to see if I can find a reference. If our arms are rested perfectly down, I mean, I guess maybe a little bit of a gap here, just a little bit. So like right here, like nearly touching, and we'll go out like that. We'll come down. Make sure this part goes out. Actually, it wraps around to the other side. Like I said, I'm gonna keep her arms pretty skinny, right? And then we're gonna attach this area, and we're gonna go out. We're gonna go down like so. I'm gonna make her arm skinny though, so let me chill out on that. I'm gonna curve it like that. I have to make it a little bit longer because the hands should perfectly rest in this region. So her hand should be at least that long in typical proportions. I sent a screenshot of the hair. Okay, let me see. I put more details on the bangs. That'll technically be how it, okay, let's see. Let's see what it's looking like. Okay. I think it's cool, but I think you should put a little bit less. The reason why is because the face is the most important thing in this image, right? So you shouldn't distract from the face too much. I feel like you have too much detail up there. I feel like you should space them out a little bit more. So you can have like one like this, one like a small one, maybe have like some other ones. Just space it out a little bit more because there's so much detail there that I feel like it'd be nice to kind of space them out a little bit and like yeah, space them out a little bit. You can add like 2, 3 here, maybe like like 3 like this, but just like space them out a little bit. But it's looking good. It's looking good. I just like the shape of the hair, but I haven't detailed the face besides the top lip. No, I mean like the face is going to be the main focus usually in drawings because of how we work in the world. We always look at the face, so the face should always look good unless obviously you have a mask on, but still we're end up looking at the face. So you should always think about making sure the face looks good, which is why if the face is the main focus, you shouldn't distract from it by having too much going on. It should just accent like being like it should, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I haven't even put makeup on yet. No, it's fine about that. I understand that. I'm just saying, like, because the hair, you said this is kind of like how the hair is going to be. I mean, like, when you finalize it, you should think about making sure that the hair isn't too much, like too detailed. That's what I'm trying to say. I knew it was too short. Let's lengthen it again. Like that. Okay. Let's actually liquefy. This wants to go into be troublesome because I need to make it look good and not. Yeah. Well, when you're doing makeup, the best thing to do is to have the base, right? The only two that I have here are them two. So I don't want to. Let's see if I have anything I can do it on. Maybe if I use. Maybe if I use. Green? No, that's a bad idea. Maybe if I have like an image here that I haven't colored yet. I don't, I guess. Oh, wait. Alright, let's save this one. So if I were to have this one and I wanted to add makeup, first thing I'd have to do is just have the general base. So I have her skin down and just the general shading that you'll need before you add makeup, because like just like in like real life, makeup is an addition to everything else that's already there. So you'll just get your head, add your shadows in, and I think overlay should be a good blend mode to use. Right, so once you have like a nice bit of detail here, we even add like a little bit underneath the eye. Right, once you have your base, obviously it'd have to be cleaned up. Like right now, this is just a messy sketch. But once you have the colors in that you need, you can even add maybe a little bit of highlights. You can blend it out. Use that blend tool that we talked about last stream. Oh crap. It's fine. I was flattening it. Alright, so now that you have him like this, then you can use like an overlay there, I'm pretty sure. Overlay would do good. And then get like your makeup that you're trying to do. Usually if you were to do that, I like to use like an airbrush, because if you think about it, like they usually use like a softer brush to add their makeup on. Unless they're doing some other stuff. You can add some. This is a terrible brush. Where's my actual brush? This one might work, honestly. I'm gonna add like a little bit of blush there. You can add some lipstick. The same thing. Maybe make sure you blend it out. I mean, obviously, it depends on how real you're trying to go with your drawing. Maybe add some of those things that lid. Yeah, but just make sure you do it after you have your thing. But it looked better if you did it like once you're all cleaned up, when everything is all cleaned up. Oh, those. Oh, I mean, same thing. Draw it normally, and then you can add the other little designs after, because they're additions to the face. They're not like part of the anatomy, so you don't need to worry about that until you get there. Crap! I shouldn't have done what I did, because now I don't know what I was using. Let's do this one. This is not it. Will it work though? Sure, why not? So we'll curve, go down here, and then curve back up. And then we'll have this, and then this is where, right here, the bottom layer here. Wait, first let's add that center line for the sternum, and the rest of the rib cage. And this is my construction, by the way, that we were talking about a few streams ago. This is my construction, and also this is like, if I were to add like a little bit of that indication of that muscle right there, I can just add that. Okay, so now that we have that, we can actually add chest in here. Let's do like right here, down to right here, right down to here. Okay. So as you can see, I don't have too much details here at all, actually. It's just a lot of structuring. Should bring this light out a little bit more. Oh, have you guys heard about I mean, cuz I don't want to hear any more news. I mean, I don't want to look up any more news about Dragon Ball. I just want to get the game when it comes out, but I heard that you're going to be able to do a lot in there. Like creating a whole bunch of stuff, you know. Which is really interesting. Alright, so now that we have that, actually do a little bit more liquefying, suggesting a few more things, a few more mistakes. There's what ifs. Yeah, which is awesome. You can like, I heard you can like create tournaments and stuff and do a whole bunch of other stuff, which is awesome. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. So now I'll go over and then I'll add our details to this. So first things first, we're going to think about, this is the rib cage, right? We'll curve down. Curve down. I'll stop it here actually. Here. Then it'll come down, transitioning to here. Curve, transitioning to here. This is the fleshy area. I'm going to stop it right here just to indicate that. And then we're going to come down, and then this is where we'll have this section right here. And then this right here is where we'll have our that section. And then this is where we'll add the legs. I'm not gonna actually draw those edges because like I said, a leg isn't really, you know, doesn't have edges on it, but it's good to understand that or think about that when you're drawing, so that your legs feel like 3D. Let's actually add that. Boom, pops out there. And we'll curve. And go down. And then here we'll add that little indication for that knee. And then this will curve. And then actually it's on the inside, so we're not gonna see it here. And then same thing. Curve. Go straight. And go down. Curve. All I know is that it's dropping in October. I heard it might be on PC also. Is that the case? There's also using manga move. Is that more animated? Oh snap! And there's tiny details like Goku's angry Kamehameha. Dang, that's really cool. That's really cool. Is this going to be the greatest Dragon Ball game of all time? So this section, and then we're gonna have this part come out, going there, and then we're gonna curve this. And like I said, the arm is going to be really thin. So we're not gonna have we're gonna make it still curved, but because like I said, the body isn't angular, but it's gonna be thin. If I would turn that off, kind of seeing a little something. I may not need to add these lines too harshly, you know, just allude to them because there's no lines on the body, you know. And the shadows. 2.0 was good. You got school in a half hour. I think I forgot to ask this before, but where are you from, man? I may have asked this, and if I did, I apologize, but I'd like to know now. Once again. I feel like we got it. It's not perfect, but if you can see how those little details and those little things gave us quite a bit of information. And this neck thing, this neck drawing right here, or box, is really helpful also because it gives you the sternomastoid. No, sternomastoid. Yeah, sternomastoid muscles, which is the muscles that goes on the side of the neck and go and attach to the back of the ear. You already have that there. You don't like, you can make them bigger if you want, like if they have like a big neck, you know, extending these muscles, but that's where they go. And because you have this box, it really helps. So you, like, if I were to add it there, and it'll curve in like that, and then it'll attach to the sternum. I can draw pants and shirts. Nice. Like, you can draw them now? Nice. That, okay. And then nose width. It's like half, right? It's like half, 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 half. This is the width. Okay. Alright, so this is the length, and then it'll go up like here, and then it'll curve down. I feel like the face is a little long on this side. Alright, so now the eye is here. Wait, And then, if we once again lower our opacity, we'll kind of have like a blended version of our first one and our second one. Now we can add more details. Wait, I should have added the ears on here. All right. Curve the chin. I don't want it to be so boxy. Let's get this part. Triangle. Neck. Lips. And here, get a little center. I'm not gonna draw the top lip though. That simple little detail. And then the eyebrows, we'll have them go down and then go down. Finally off work. How's it going, Morgan? Let's do eyes. Start up here. Go down here. And then give her big irises. Not bad, not bad. I'm here to say I think Titan is getting better. He's like improving much faster than I am. Yeah. Mm. Honestly, be true. You know. But I can't let that happen. I have to. Now I have to draw every day until I'm back on top. Look what you did, Morgan. I already didn't get no sleep. Now I can't go. Let's see. There's some details that I want to put in the knees, but like I don't know what, like, which ones to place in there. So let me see if I can find a, because the knee does go like, yeah. So from this part and this part, there is a connection. I didn't even think about that, but there's a connection that goes in about here and it goes out like that. Ah, that's really cool. Really, really cool. If I think about that. Let's do like a curve like this. And then I want to round this to go in. Yeah, like how that is right there. I want to curve this to go in to allude to that hourglass a little bit more. And we'll go curve. And then do another curve. And then that line right there. And we'll draw that center. And we'll have allusions to the clavicle. And then I mean, bro is always number one. Bright like has batches. Bright be throwing out and colors everything and has stories and stuff. I gotta step up my game, but I'm writing too, so that's my excuse, you know. I think I'm choosing the first hairstyle. Okay. Where's my pen? I always lose it under here. Oh, there it is, all over here. I mean, so many people are telling me that the second one is way is a way, and I'm like, is it? It's up to you at the end. If you believe it will look better, if you do it or pick the one that you want, you know. If you think it's going to look better if you use the first one, then use the first one. That is my advice, even though you didn't ask for it. why I think this is my favorite, like, my favorite, what do you call it, shape for real, because it's really changed the game. Actually, this part right here should be put up higher, right here. And no one Spice Queen. Yeah, definitely don't delete the second one, you know. You might be able to use it for the full body one that you're doing. I mean, unless you're thinking about using the same thing for the full body. Center. And then let's do here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's continue the same thing. And then here we'll do this. Make it darker here. And then under here we'll do and then let's do a shadow underneath and make this one darker by making the hatches closer together. I mean, obviously that's like common knowledge. I mean, common sense. But I didn't know that until recently, that if you were to put the hatches closer together, it'd make it darker. But that, obviously, obviously. Alright, let's do shadow on the neck. This part is rounded and this part is like inside. So we'll do it like this. We'll have it pretty spread out, and then we'll do another layer underneath, and then we'll do it smaller or closer together. But you see how this shape, this simple shape, has changed the game? I think this is the best shape of all time. And that shape, by the way, if you were wondering, is this one right here. If you were drawing the body, this shape right here is the greatest shape ever, right? And practice drawing this shape, in different angles. What you got to do is obviously imagine if you're looking at it from the top, it's a perfect shape. Like it's perfectly like this, right? But if you tilt it just slightly away, you'll have a bit of an edge to it. Right, and obviously depending on like how long this is. But I just realized just now, I have to think about perspective. So if it is going slightly away, it will taper. Ooh, you see, this is why this is the greatest shape. Because you can draw any, I mean, like when it comes down to the head, wait, let me erase this. I want to see what the face is looking like real fast. I mean, the face is looking pretty nice. The face is looking pretty nice. Look at her. Her face. But yeah, if you're thinking of drawing the head, all you got to do, start with the top, and then draw the box. Just make it thinner. I mean, you can make it wide too if you want the person to have a really wide head. And you curve these sides, like so. And you have your sides. If you're trying to draw the rib cage, same thing. You draw your shape in here. Let's actually make it a bit wider because these two lines mirror each other, just like a normal box. And you'll curve, and then you'll draw the same shape here, and then you'll come down, curve, curve, and you'll make a split right there. And this is your rib cage. You can split that in half to find your chest, like your pecs. Does that mean? What I'm trying to mean, like your pecs start here and then they'll go out. This is why the side plane helps so much, because it helps you realize it's going to go back. And then a little bit underneath is where you add that section. And then the hips, same thing. You can get that edge to the hips, but the hips are a little bit more tricky because, like, what I realized I have to do is once I have that shape for the hips, like let's say this is the shape right here, what I found out is that I have to split it in half, making sure I'm still thinking about the shape. And then once it's split in half, I'm going to erase this half. And then I'm going to grab from these corners and I'm going to go down. Obviously, as you can see, this is shorter. This is shorter than what I have it as, but before I go there, yeah, and then I erase this so I can get a nice smoother transition like that. And then once I have that, pizza cooking time. Wow, nice. I hope you put pineapples this time. And you will come in, and obviously this is like longer than the other one, but we're not gonna do that right now because I'm just trying to show off this thing. And then this right here is where that bone will come out, and we'll have this come out and then go down. This come out and go down. And even if you're drawing the legs, you can do the same shape. What you can do is like start out, but make sure that you remember that the thighs taper like pretty far. Like the top is higher than the bottom. And then you could do the shape. If you want to, you can also draw inside. I recommend drawing inside, just so you can see what's going on in there. And then do it again. The reason why this is helpful is because when you draw your legs, there's sections, like in the intersection is where you have that shape. And if you don't know where that part is or where it ends, then you might end up messing up. So now if I were to turn off everything, look at those shapes. Aren't they nice? Wait, let me actually put some shadows, just so it's easier to understand what's going on here. What I'd also do is split this in half, because if you feel your chest, there's like a cave in there. Not like a full-on cave, but like in that center portion, it's like flat-er, like it's like an in-between. So that's why I put that there. I said a cave. What the heck am I talking about? Now everybody's like, you got a cave in your chest, my boy? But yeah, so this is the shape, and like this part right here comes out and connects to this one, which is why I didn't draw it, because it doesn't really matter in this scenario. But this is why I really love these shapes. So if you want to wait, pro foodie tip: stop spending $20 and $40 on delivery. I mean, that's just a adult tip, you know? Like once you're like got your own bills and own things to do, don't spend money like that. Go to the store, buy a nice $8 pizza, and spend like 10 minutes on letting it sit in the oven. Yeah. I don't know why I spent. It's just a thing we all need to realize. We don't need to be spending all this money, man. We can simply make it ourselves, or just wait a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Put that junk in the oven and let it sit. You know what one of my best purchases, my favorite like purchases was a rice cooker. Man, all I do is wash my rice. I'll put it in there, and then I leave. I go back to perfectly cooked rice every time. That was my like favorite purchase. One of my favorite purchases recently. Because I was just like, yo, are you telling me right now all I gotta do is wash the rice and put it in there and walk away? Man, I used to like have to put it on the stove, you know, let it boil. Then you gotta go check on it, make sure it's cool, you know, do all that. Man, no one gotta do all that. Just sit back and relax. I can definitely go for some pizza. Yeah. That's how you know I haven't used it yet. But I have this other thing that kind of works similar to an air fryer, which is why I'm like, But yeah, guys, this is the shape. I highly recommend using it. And drawing it from back view, same thing. Same thing. Let me actually erase. Actually, no, it's opposite. So I'm gonna just draw it. So back view, the top part stays the same. So let's duplicate this. The top part stays the same. Right. All you gotta do is just. Actually, that's a lie. Let me flip it. All right. So if I'm drawing it from the back view, what I'll think about is I want to make the top. Let me try to. I mean, it doesn't matter. Let me try. I'm gonna get the top to angle like over, and you'll see like why I do this later. And then I'm gonna do this, but make sure to curve it because the rib cage is round. It's not like boxy, but I like to do it because it helps you understand these simple things. These simple things. And you split this in half, and then there's another little split that you're gonna have to do later, but I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't need to do it right now. Technically, your oven works the same way as air fryer. I consider it oh my gosh. You do be cooking, so that's probably why. And then the hips, this area, I try to do the same thing because, especially with women, because the hips lean forward, as you can see here. So you can see the top here because she's in the front, but you won't see it if she's in the back because it's leaning back. I mean, it's not extremely, but it leans back quite a bit. So I do the same thing, and as I showed you guys with that one, I'll split it in half like so, and then I'll erase this part, leaving this part right here. And this part right here is where it'll get interesting. So we'll split this in half. We'll add that triangle on the top. Most of you guys already know. We're going to connect this part right here, just so I can get that slit in the back, like where your spine sits, and it goes in like that. But what I like to think about this shape right here is that it caves in, so it's kind of like this, so when I shade it in, if I shade it, I'll just think about it going inside, right? Same thing with this thing right here, which is why the back has that little slit, so you can shade. Air fryers are something. Sometimes the lights are, man, sometimes. What? They say the life on it. Listen, get yourself a rice cooker and an air fryer, and you'll be able to make most things. You know what I mean? You're like, I want to make some fried chicken. Man, listen. I mean, can't you get like pre-prepped like stuff? Man, put that thing in there. You got some fried chicken, man. You don't gotta sit here doing all this extra steps, going, waiting on the oven. Nah, man. Nah. And people are like, oh, well, let's say, nah, it's just, now I have more time to do other things. What are you talking about, man? Alright, so now we're gonna draw the leg, which is the same thing. I mean, this part right here, we're gonna actually curve it down. Boom. I'm gonna curve it down. I'm gonna flatten this, and I'm gonna curve it like that. And then I'm gonna cut off these bits. Alright, and then we're gonna draw the legs. Same thing. We're gonna draw that. Make it a bit wider. Just making sure. Let's erase this. Just making sure that it's wider at the top and it tapers at the bottom, like so. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna curve it later, but I just want to get that general shape. This is my sketching anyway. And then we're gonna do this. Alright, and then let's actually bring this a little bit closer. About right there. Yeah, and then we'll draw the knee. Same thing, same shape. The calf is the only, like the bottom part is the only thing that I'll kind of do differently. Let me actually shrinking this to go up here. It's the only thing that I'll kind of do differently, but since we didn't do it here, we're not going to do it here. I mean, I might do it later. This part right here obviously comes out like we showed you here. And we can actually add those inner shadows, outer shadows. I mean, don't really need to do, but let's just imagine the light is hitting straight on. For real pancakes? You can make pancakes? Yeah, you can. I seen like shorts on that. I never tried it, but I've seen people actually do it, which is so crazy, bro. I'm telling you, you don't need to do nothing, man. Because if you think about it, you make pancakes on a frying pan, don't you? I've seen people actually like do like they put like the sheet on top of the sheet and then they put a thing and then take it out and it's perfect. I mean, I haven't tried it to verify, but and then this part curves out here. This part curves out here, and then this part comes like this, and then this part goes out like that, and then this part goes like that, and then this part goes in and then out. The reason why is because this part is a fleshy area. So these are the two solid points. Let me actually draw the fleshy area on a different color. So these are the solid points and these are the fleshy areas. So if we're going to do someone who's like more, you know, on the other side, you know, we can do that, but that will only be affected in this area. Right? So if we were doing that, let's actually extend this part. Wait, let me do it on a different layer. Did I do it on a different layer? I probably didn't. Of course I didn't. Let's grab her and bring her up. I should have drew the spine in the middle, but it's fine. Like I did on this side, but it's fine. So what we can do is actually adjust this. So like it will come in here, and then all you have to know is it has to end here. It has to end here. That's all you need to know. So whatever you do in the middle is game. That's not true. Sometimes you can do too much. See that? We can actually add a little bit more, like boom, boom, and then add like some like extra. Just make sure gravity is going down, pulling everything down. And then you can curve it to the front, and then in this section add this. Same thing with this. It'll come into the center. Make sure gravity's taking it, and it has to end over here. And then you can add other things and stuff. But those are the perfect, simple thing. Pizza done. Look at it. What did you put the pizza in? Don't tell me you said the luxury oven. Yeah, this is why I think this shape is the greatest shape of all the times. So, if you want to use it, use the regular oven. I mean, you can, because you still, like, you just bought it frozen and you put it in there to heat it up. But alright, I'll let it slide this time. But did you put pineapples this time? Hopefully you made sure to get some pineapples. But yeah, that's why I. No, you didn't. Oh my gosh. Listen, I mean it's still pizza, but it's just not the best. It's still not the best, but it is pizza. But you know what? I never thought about doing it. I never thought about how it would look sideways. Uh-oh, now we have to rethink this because obviously we know the rib cage goes back and the hips go in, but now I just need to think about like, so will we only see the side? No, we'll see partial part of the front, right? So, how would I do this? Maybe, you see now the shape, okay, I have to think about it. If I draw the shape like this, right, if this is what the shape looks like from the front, slightly, something fell. I don't know what it was. If I draw it like this, right, then if I were to turn that, this edge will be closer to me. This edge will be further. And this will go like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. This is what the shape will look like, right? And then it'll come down like this. You see, you can see 3 points, which means if I draw it from the side, you should see 3 points. You should see the part of the front and part of the back. So like that. And if you were looking from the top, then you go this way. You just wouldn't see those other pieces. Okay. Alright, I see it. Alright, so now I just need to draw. If I'm drawing from the side, I have to draw her like this. Or just like this. Like this. This is the shape. And then because of the fact that that part goes up, I'll do that. And then the back, we'll do the same thing. Simple shape. I don't know. Because I'm guessing the same thing will still apply here for this. I mean, I'm not guessing, I'm knowing. And that part goes to the front, and then this part goes to the front down here. This part right here, a scene here, will stick out here. And then from here, going out here. But I'm thinking like from here, going out, here, going down. Alright. So this part right here will just curve down. And about right here we'll add some that. Well, I'll just, yeah, Morgan, you're right. You're right, Morgan. I was just trying to see what it looked like, like I wasn't really trying, but I guess you're right, Morgan. You're also right. All right, let's just happen here. We'll go down and do this. Let's just see what it looks like in here. And this is the clavicle going back into the clavicle, curving, going back to the scapula, which comes down to like right here. I still have to work on the side profile. But I feel like the 3/4 and the front. Oh, I didn't even do 3/4, but. What was that? Oh yeah, 3/4. 3/4 is the same. It's the same. You just have to think about like there'll be more of a side shown than the other. So you'll just have to draw it that way. Like There's more of this side than there is of this side, but same thing still applies. And then same thing with the hips. There's more of this side than there is of the other side, but they all are even. And then we'll do like the connection, and then this, and then this, and this. And since this does split in half, we'll come down here doing that, and then the leg will come out, and then they'll do their things down there. Oh my gosh. What? What? I just want you to know I'm missing out on Critical Role just for you. Wow. I'm honored, you know. I'm truly honored. Because I know how much you love your Critical Role. Mother. Let me fix this for Titan. All right, let me get up out of here. But yeah, what was the drawing that we were working on? Weren't we working on something? Oh yeah, this. This is what we were working on. Bruh, whoa, what happened? I feel like this part right here, and this part right here should be a little bit lower. So like right here. trying to do like what's her name? What's her name? I don't remember. Dang, I really don't remember. At first I was playing that I didn't remember, and now I truly don't remember. I don't remember her name. But I remember it now. Nope, I don't. What the heck? It says with an R. Yeah, I don't remember. What the heck? What happened? That's what happens when you be playing games. You forgot. Yes. Okay, listen. I forgot, then I remembered, then I forgot again, right? And the only reason why I remembered was I was talking to this person, this girl. Man, listen to me right now. This girl, we were talking, right? She seemed nice and everything. And then she told me, yeah, I gotta get some candles. And I was like, oh, really? Why? And then she said, to clear up my chakras. I was like, what? I was like, huh? She was like, yeah, it's a thing, you know. And you know, and and then she said she's a something. I don't remember exactly. And then I was like, oh, really? The only reason why I remembered it was because she was wearing this shirt, right? She was wearing this shirt. I was like, what on earth what's going on? Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is peculiar, right? I was like, and she wasn't like she wasn't like Buddhism ? I mean, I don't know. It was I mean, I was about to say she was a dark skinned girl, but it doesn't really matter because you know. I was sitting, I was like, there's no way. There's really no way. She bought a whole bunch of candles, by the way. She was getting like a whole bunch of candles. I was like, yo, she had on. Man, why are you asking me these questions like I know the answer? She didn't tell me outright. She had on. Let me show you what she had on. Right. Let me use this as an example. All right. So this is like, imagine this is her, right? And yeah. Imagine this is her, right? I'm gonna use green this time. Yo. So she's. So she's pretty, you know. Like she's really. Yeah, she's pretty. Yeah. I was like, yeah, all right. Okay. And she had her stomach out too, so she was pretty. She had some abs. I'm not gonna do too much. It's just an indication here. Right? And I'm like, okay. Yo, this. I mean, it'd be better to show from the side because from the front is, you know. But it was like there, and I'm like, Jesus, talk no chakras. I'm sitting, I'm like, miss, right? But I didn't outright say it. But that's when I remembered Charlie's. And then I was about to say, so I was literally about to say, and I was like, nah, I can't. I couldn't do it. I whipped out, okay? But it was like right when she was about to head out. But I was like, I was about to do it. Because I was like, nah, they're going to ask me. I got to do it. But, yo, I'm telling you, bro, trying to ruin this date. But I'm telling you, it was like she had on she had on this shirt, right? It was like it was kind of like it was kind of like it was kind of like really like this type of thing, right? So if you can kind of imagine, even though this is a really bad drawing, it was kind of like this, right? And it was just, it stopped here, and then this is like where her abs were, and then this is like she had on some leggings or something. And yo, I'm telling you, this shirt or whatever it was wasn't doing what it was supposed to. So it was in Buddhism. I don't know. You could be right, you could be wrong. I have no idea. True, but people usually use candles for spiritual reasons. Yeah, but like because the reason why I asked is because like where I live at, there's a lot of like there are like many like accidents that be happening sometimes. I'm not gonna say many, but like it happens, and people like when they get candles, that is usually what they get it for, which is why I don't ask. That's instantly what I thought, Morgan. I said, that's a lot of candles, and then she said, and I said I kind of don't want to ask, well, what are you using them for? That's what I said, right? You know, just think I get in. Like I said, you gotta use your props, okay? But this is before I saw everything. I was like, Charlie's. So I was talking, and then I was sitting there, and I said I kind of want to ask, and then she said, "Why? You think I'm a witch or something?" I was like, "What? No, but and she said, "Well, it's for my chakras and everything." Man, like everything was pretty fine besides the fact that she had, you know, Charlie's up. I was like, I was still like, you know what I'm saying? But then she hit me with a, "Oh yeah, and I have 2 kids." I was like, okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to, you know, get with nobody with kids right now. And then she said, she said, I was like, she said something else. I'm not gonna say what she said, but I was like, okay, good to know, right? Good to know. But I had the chance and I didn't take it. I apologize, guys. I just need the moment. Only witches ask if they repeat. Listen, I couldn't do it in the moment. I should have did it. But it was like, it was right there. I was about to say, but then I was like, nah. So yeah, I forgot the whole time. And then once I saw her, I remembered. And then I was like, yeah, nah. But why are you asking that on a date? What? First of all, I told you guys I was going to ask. Second of all, this wasn't a date. There was another person I saw after. But I didn't remember. I did not remember. But she could have been the perfect person to tell. Actually, don't. Talk to your grandparents about it or something. Actually, don't. That would be the craziest thing, because how you guys said it's like an older thing that people used to say. What the heck? I might get slapped in the face. But I don't think she would know. I did days. It's like I just need to find the right person, because I have to find a person that like it has to be such a vibe that I feel like I can say anything and it like nothing will happen, you know? Because the worst thing is for her to know and be like weird. Then I'll be like, you know what I mean? So if she knows and is like a cool person, then you know it's cool. But if she's like really weird, but obviously it depends on how I say it too. I'm gonna see you again Friday night. I'm gonna have to try it, you know. I'm gonna have to find the right person, because this is the certain person, but she would definitely not know. but I wanted it to be kind of random, right? So that's why I was like, But I didn't know like the pressure was because it was like something that could mean something off, and because of the fact that she was wearing what she was wearing, that's why I didn't say it. Also, now you gotta ask if she is a witch. What? But what if she is? And this one too. In the club. Ha ha ha. Hey, I'm having fun right now, but would be more fun. That would be weird. That'd be weird. And first of all, I don't go to clubs. That's just a recipe for disaster, I think. But I have to just find the right way and the right person to say it to, you know? I have to be like, so this one time, right? I was I have to say it in a way. Man, I was Bible study. That's the craziest thing. I mean, like I said, depending on how I say it. Like if I were to be like, well, I was at Walmart, right? And then this girl had the audacity. She had the audacity. Never mind. That could be taken weird. I have to like say it in a way. Like I have to like say it in a way. And then if she's like, huh? Right? Then I know she doesn't know what it is. But if she's like, oh, then I'll be like, aha. Unless she just says oh because like, you know, no. One says I'm a witch. Wait, you're still on this witch thing? I have a gut feeling. But yeah, yeah. So that's what happened today, bro. I apologize. I like wimped out. But the thing is, the only reason I did is because they were out, bro. They weren't out, but she, like I said, she's not like, okay, like if I would draw her in a side profile, it'd be like this. It'd be like this. Right? It'd be like this, right? If I were drawing the side profile, right? But because she had on this thing that was literally like nothing, it was like out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I couldn't say it. Because she's like, and she told me like she's older. So I ran into the place. She told me she's older, right? So for research purposes, how many candles? Oh man, I didn't count, but it was definitely more than 5. Not only the candles. Oh my gosh. But I was there, and then, bro, I was like, because she said like she's a bit older than me. Like I think like she's probably like 10 years older than me. Probably like 10 years older than me. Yeah, I don't remember, like 10 or 9 years older than me. Yo, bruh, she would definitely know what it means, right? And because of the fact that she was wearing what she was wearing, because she seemed pretty cool, but the fact that she was wearing what she was wearing was like, ain't no way I'm saying this. Because she's 100% gonna know. Because I didn't have like a phrase like I said just now. I was randomly just going to say, do you happen to know what Charlies are? They were like, I didn't have a plan, which is why I chickened out. I didn't have a plan. And I don't know why you like Alchemy. First of all, you spell Alchemy wrong. Wait, did you spell Alchemy wrong? Am I tripping? Yeah, you did. Yeah. Yeah, you just forgot you just put the M. You didn't even put an N. But now I know why you like Alchemy. Is that what you tried to write, Alchemy? Alchemy. Oh, okay. Alchemist. But yeah, that's the only reason, Brian. Only reason. I was another, and I was about to say, and then I was like, nah. But the only reason was because there was like an 85% chance, since she told me how old she was, or how old she is, that she would know what it was, which is why, especially with what she was wearing and everything, I couldn't commit. Witchy Charlie's? Oh my god. Her evil sister. Okay. I'm calling it nah. She's witchy. It's just interesting, you know. Very interesting. That's crazy. And like I said, I only remembered because she was wearing what she was wearing. But the reason why she was wearing what she was wearing is the reason why I couldn't say it. Craziness. I gotta know. You gotta know what she was really wearing. She was wearing like a. I have to draw this. Let me try to draw it. Okay, I'm gonna try to draw her. I mean, not exactly. Like I don't remember exactly. But I'm gonna draw her body type, and then I'm gonna draw what she was wearing. She's not gonna have a head in this drawing. Okay. She's really skinny. I mean, she's not really skinny. She's like a slim. Okay. So we're gonna put this, and this, and that, and we're going to use our shapes. Okay, and then hips are not super like wide, but this side. I think it was a bit longer. Yeah, shit, her midsection was a bit longer. Bring it down like half. And then her legs were thin, pretty thin. It was a crop top with what? No. I don't think I would have ever approached if that was the case. But I didn't realize that's what you were wearing, you know. I'm like I instantly was like, nah. As soon as like the Charlies were all out, but I was like, I guess I can't just, you know, walk away. Let's finish this conversation. And then it was done, and I was like, yeah, okay. Cause you can't be rude now, right, bro? You gotta finish the conversation. I'm the type of person that even if, like, let's say for example, like her breath was kicking, I would still I would still like try to like hold it out, you know? I'm like, oh my God. Until the conversation was over, so we don't talk after that, you know? It's a thing now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, now I just have to stop saying it because I forgot that was the plan all along. It wasn't that wide, but it was pretty wide. A bit wider than that. You're a gentleman. Wow, thank you, Morgan. I appreciate it. Because before you said something last stream, and I was like, I can't believe Morgan just said that to me. So I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna give her some shoulders. Alright, so I'm not gonna. Her arms are really thin. Alright, so now we'll just lower the opacity so I can actually get to some of the details from what I remember. before that though, let me actually use some liquify and adjust this. No, she was not wearing these. But I seen somebody wearing these. Wait, barefoot too? Nah. But more open crop top. The crop top is not that far off. Not that far off. Okay, now let's do it. What kind of crown do you want to put on her? What are your options? Alright, so like this, right? And then, so she had on this top, right, that went like this. And I can't draw the details because I will definitely get banned. But just imagine and then it was like up to here. had on some she had on some like some leggings. So something kind of like this, Morgan. And just you can like add more details with your eyes, you know. And I was just like, what? And then, yeah. I guess if she had like leggings or something like. It was the yoga pants or leggings. It doesn't even seem too bad. Listen. There's details that I can't add, Morgan, but just use your imagination. There's details up here that I can't add, and details other places that I can't add. I was picturing it. Are you talking about like for the witchy vibe? Oh my goodness. She didn't give off a witchy vibe. I mean, I don't know what to look for anyway for a witchy vibe, but. Yo, what's going on, G? Oh, Morgan, I actually like those pens. Like when girls wear these pens. You buy those pens? Start printing. They look comfy. Wow. Maybe. That's probably why you had a gut feeling, because you know your people. Is that macaroni? Yes. I want to make a drawing with a bowl of macaroni. So practicing what they'd look like. It will be like a giant bowl of macaroni, right? So I'll have like my characters like really small, like in a world of extreme giants, and they're crawling into macaroni. That would be cheesy. I mean, it'd be cool for a bit, but like after, it'd be terrible. Like imagine now you're in there, like you'd be like your whole body would be covered in cheese, and if you have clothes on, that's even that's just on your that'd suck. That'd suck. But at first it'd be oh my, and then after you'd be like, man, get me out. He's macaroni size of my face. I mean, like I said, it'd be cool in the moment, but after that, I mean, for a second, but then after that, like once you're full, it will be the worst. Oh my gosh, dang! You still eating the pizza? How much pizza? How much pizza was it? Diamond, what's good, man? Oh my gosh, my pizza. Oh, well, I guess I did miss the truck. Oh wait, hold up. Who's you talking about from him? Uh, wow. As soon as I looked at your name, I mean, as soon as I saw what it said, I was like, nah, let me just not. what can you do, right? What can you do? Oh my flipping goodness. I said frickin'. I would never. I mean, I've done it before. I mean, back in the day, I told you guys that before. Back in the day, I was saying words, man. So I was once like, let me stop. Let me not say that. I'll say the back. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Even just think about it. Sometimes I'm like, yo, why did I say that? And obviously, just kid being a kid. I mean, that was just a young idiot. feel like I could have probably had like this level of entitlement too, to be honest. To think that I can say whatever I want. It's crazy. Especially when I remember my dad said, "What did you say?" And I repeated it. When I repeated it, it was like I feel like, what is he gonna do? Man, he showed me. He showed me, man. But like, I feel like I had like this. I was like, man, I said that. Now what? I mean, I didn't say it like that, but I literally just repeated what I said. After he said, "What you say?" I was like, "What?" I just said, and he was like, "Oh, for real?" it was over from there. I kind of black out. I don't know what happened after that. I'm playing. I remember vividly. Crazy. I feel like this is why kids have this entitlement, you know, because they don't have that fear instilled in them, you know. You need that. You need that, you know. Like that's not. I mean, I can say truly, that's probably not the. I'm just gonna say it played a big part in the reason why I don't anymore. I think because I can still remember that moment, you know. Memories. I never learned swear words from no, I never learned it from my parents. I learned them from like outside. Cause I remember, I was at church one day and I said it. Yep, idiot me. And then he was like, "What?" And then I said, "But he said it." Right? Like that made it any better. And then yeah, that was one of them too. You know, that was one of them. One of them, like, you know, like silent screams, you know. One of them. So like, it's something. I learned all the best curse words from the Navy. You were in the Navy? What? Introduction to swear words is pretty funny. Do tell. I don't think I listened to that before. Do tell. It's a weird way of saying it, I think. It's just not in my bag, probably. Did I just say that? Like a weirdo? Ah, no. Why? Why did you say from the Navy then? Did you know somebody from the Navy? Okay, it's funny with my friends because they were there. Oh, so it's an inside joke? I was in the first grade and I was making up words and I actually said, "You were making up words?" Oh, I can see that. All of them looked at me and they told the teacher, "Dang, whoa, why'd you write it twice?" And I was like, sorry guys, I don't know what. Oh my gosh. I only know a lot of Navy people. Whoa, Morgan, we gotta know now. I told him, and then I got really in trouble. Said it. I didn't write it. I said it. Okay. I hated kindergarten. Probably. I didn't know what bad words were. So many confused. It was. I'm sitting there thinking what I did wrong. Yeah, first grade was probably one of the worst grades I ever been in. Dang. I hated my teacher. She was so bitter. Dang. Kindergarten. I don't remember kindergarten. I just remember first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, ninth grade. But I don't remember kindergarten though. It's Texas, so it's really hot in the winter time. Oh, what? Oh, okay. You said kindergarten. Okay. I was like, what? I was like, what? Hold up. In my mind, I was picturing like you were like you were like later, like like you know, like older enough to know. Do I need to pay attention? No, I read that part before, but then as soon as you said it's like when you started the story, I just instantly just forgot. Like I was like, that doesn't exist now. Dang. I was like, what the heck? Ain't no way. But okay, okay, it makes sense now. I don't know. I don't know why I keep like trying to come up with things like when I can just look up references and that will help me. And I get mad like when I can't think of it, but I'm like, yo, just look up a reference and you got it, man. It's like when you're a kid at home. Like, yeah, I understand. I understand what you mean. But that's crazy. But like, since you were a kindergarten, okay. Erasure again. What? Oh, dang. I mean, I'm pretty sure I fell out of the bunk, top bunk too. I mean, did I? I don't know. I don't remember ever falling out of the top bunk. But that's probably why, you know? I hit the ground too hard to remember. when you finally realize it exists, yeah, it's crazy. I would have fun theory kids grew awareness. Really? But it was definitely when I cut my forehead. Like I remember I shattered a window. I ran into it, shattered it, and a piece of the glass stuck into my forehead. And I remember that vividly. And that was like I was definitely like at most 7. That's a lie. At most 5. I was at most 5. Yo, I just realized I was out here like I was a I was moving when I was a kid. Cause like at like 4, like 3 or 4, I remember riding a bike. This is crazy right now. Me just thinking about this right now. Like, when do people usually ride bikes? Because I remember I literally have pictures of me riding a bike when I was around that age. I have a cool story like that, but I don't remember. I was like 3. My grandma always tells the story. Ah, a family story. You said 3. That's baby Morgan. that's I'm not even gonna say that because but she had a gumball machine. I tried climbing. The glass shattered. Shards of glass stuck in. Dang. Really close to my eye. Dang. Yeah, my eye. Cause the glass went like right, like near my eye. When I remember, cause the blood, like, cause ketchup was covering my face. I couldn't see. So I remember hearing the doctor say, they were worried that it went in my eye because I said I couldn't see, but it was because it was covering my eyes. Crazy. Thinking about it now is like terrifying, but back then I was just like there, and I was terrified too because they had to stitch it up, right? I was awake, and obviously, I was young, so they probably just didn't want to put me under. But I was awake. I felt everything. And I remember because my mom was in the room, she was just crying, right? I looked over. I was like, "Help me!" There was like 2 or 3 doctors. They pinned me down for the doctor to start doing it. I was like, "Yo!" I looked over there. I was like, "Yo!" Obviously, I didn't say "yo," but crazy. Like I said, I remember that so clearly. I remember it so clearly. Do you still have the scar? Yeah, I still have the scar. It's not like super visible, but I like it's still there. Like if you were to look, you can still see it. Like I remember. When I was little, I choked on a strawberry. It's like that's why people say if you want to remember something, you have to put a strong emotion behind it. That's why I've always heard, right? Which is why it's like if you really want to remember something, you need to feel a strong emotion, right? And obviously, pain, anger, and joy are really strong, like feelings. So, I mean, I guess pain and anger can go 2 and 2, but not really, because pain is like brings sadness, right? But man, I remember, like I said, when I got whacked for saying the profanity at church, I remember that scar, that the shattered glass thing I told you. I remember it. I remember when I remember when I was playing football in the street with my brothers, and my little brother pushed me into a car. I remember that. Because they hurt. It does sound scary. Could have been by a fruit. Yeah. So Titan was probably terrified for his life, which is why Titan remembers. I just remember not being able to close on. See? I'm telling you, strong emotion. I remember moments of joy too. I remember the first time I watched my favorite anime of all time, Darling in the Franxx. I remember, it was years ago too. I remember exactly where I was, exactly where, like how I watched it. I watched it on my Galaxy tablet, the tablet I used to draw on, and I was sleeping on because I just moved into a house and I didn't have everything, so and people were working on it, so it was just like, it was so bad. But that right there, like I said, I think it was probably because Darling in the Franxx was 2018. Yeah, it was probably because of like everything. This is why like nostalgia and everything hits, is because it's kind of like even if I'm like, oh, that's my favorite anime, right? It's like in my mind, it's like I have this feeling of joy next to it. You know what I mean? I have the feeling of joy next to it. It's not like it's because obviously it's the greatest thing ever, right? Like obviously, like I always say, Darling in the Franxx is my favorite anime of all time, but One Piece is the greatest anime of all time. You know, but because of the fact that I have that memory of just like joy watching it, and it was one of the first animes that I've seen that I chose. I think it was the first anime. It was the first anime that I chose, because every other anime that I saw up to that point was recommended to me, but that first one, because I randomly chose a show, and it was Darling in the Franxx, and I watched it, and man, I loved it. And in the moment when she was like, and she was screaming, and I was, and then he was, I don't want to spoil it for nobody who hasn't seen it, but man, I was not in the Navy at that time. You were not in the Navy at that time. You were in the Navy. It's hard for me to pull up memories from the time. Wait, hold up. Did you have an army baby? Because I know you have a son, right? Was he an army baby? Were you like on a ship? And Mark was like, and then waves were hitting. Remember that scene in Vinland Saga Titan at the end? No spoilers. On the little boat, the mama on the boat with holding the baby. That was Morgan. Like the first anime you chose. No doubt. That moment. Morgan was in the boat. And yeah, but Morgan, you got pregnant when you were out. Right? You got pregnant when you were out. So this is what happened, okay? So Morgan was out on a mission, right? And she met her baby's dad out there, right? And then they shared some moments looking on the, looking at the stars in the night, right? And then things happen, and then while they were coming back, right? Because Morgan didn't want to tell nobody, right? She tried to hide it, but then they were there, right? And then a whole bunch of it was like storming outside, right? And then people were like, what the heck is going on, right? And then Morgan, like I said, she was being hidden, right? So she only chose like 3 other people, right? 3 other people, right, to know about this. So then they hid in like one of the areas in the ship, right? And then she was sitting there, and then you know how it would be in movies, right? And then she was sweating, right? And then he was there, and then she was holding, she's like, no! And then she was sitting there, and everybody was going at it, screaming, and then you hear the baby, right? And then now Morgan's sitting there. And then that's when they had to sneak the baby off, right? So now they're leaving, right? Everybody has to do roll call or whatever just to make sure everybody's there, right? So she put the baby aside, right? They're sitting there surprised that they didn't hear it, right? Because that's what she was panicking about the whole time. And then they went on a boat, right? They went on a boat, her and the husband, or the guy, and then they sailed away. They talk about the first anime. Bro, I'm telling you, that's the first thing that came to my mind once Morgan said that, and I said, "Wait, was he in the Navy?" And then that's the first thing I saw. I was like, oh, "That's what happened." So, anyways, the first anime I watched that wasn't recommended to me was Ponyo. Well, I don't really count Ponyo because I didn't choose it. It was like we got it from like Netflix back in the day or Redbox. It was one of those two. And then is Netflix Redbox? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, so we got the disc and then we just watched it because that's what they had, and it was amazing. I love Ponyo, but I didn't choose it technically. So like I chose, like it was like a random choice too, because I was like I really want to watch anime because I was just getting into anime too, because I like around 2018 is like once because I went to Canada, and then my cousins, I told you guys about this, she was like watching anime, and then she told me all these animes to watch. I remember she recommended me UQ Holder, a whole bunch of other stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, and I was watching a whole bunch of stuff, and then that's when I randomly chose that. So yeah, I watched Ponyo on demand. Dang, on demand. Dang, Xfinity, Comcast. Dang, takes me back, man. I scrolled on the thing. I saw Ponyo and I watched it. It was my sis in the room. With her. Oh, okay. Wolfsrain was the first chosen. Inuyasha was the first suggested and first watched. That's cool. Still haven't seen Inuyasha yet. Was my sister just into horror anime. Ooh, it was not ready for it. 2010 anime was something else. Like 2010, like the whole decade, or just 2010. I guess that you would have said 2010s. Dang. Another is crazy. I never finished it, but man, I watched it like a few years ago. A couple years ago. And man, that is another thing. Let's see, 2010, 2015. I'd have to go back and see like what came out that year, but those years, I mean. But I can say there's a lot of shows that came out those years that are really cool and interesting. Oh my goodness. It doesn't say. Yeah. Go back and erase your first time experience watching it. Which one? I did Dalton and Franks. Actually, no, because I feel like I said, I love it so much because of the fact that of every like the time in the moment. But I wish I can go relive that moment. But I don't want to change it, because if I watch it, like let's say I erase that memory from watching it and then watch it now, I might not feel the same way. I still gonna like it, obviously, but it's not gonna feel the same way, you know? It's a hard decision. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that time I got reincarnated as slime. Because the show is so good. It's so good that I could rewatch it. And like I've rewatched it many times already. But if I can go back with no prior knowledge, but that's the thing, bro. Air gear. Like when you Morgan, when you saying this, are you saying that we can relive it? That thing, or we erase it and then we watch it again? Because I don't know if like it will hit the same. Like I'll still like it, like I said, I'll still like it, but I don't know because if I'm just re-watching it, then I still have watched so much other anime, you know? You watch it for the first time again. Yeah, I don't think it'd be the same. Because like I said, that's the first anime that I've ever chosen to watch, right? And if I erase that memory and watch it again, I'll just have like the backlog of memories of anime that I have, and I'll just watch it, and then I'll be like, oh, it's really cool and nice, but I won't have that same impact, you know? That's why I wouldn't choose that one. Because if I just watched that same show right now without the knowledge of that show, then it wouldn't be as impactful, I'd say. But I still like it. Like I said, I still love the show. It's still a really good show, but I just feel like it wouldn't be the same. So that's why I feel like that time I got reincarnated as slime, because it's so good, and I've rewatched it already, right? And it's just like the vibe of it is so good that if I were to restart it, and isekai is my favorite genre, so if I were to poof, it's gone, and then watch it again, it would be amazing. So, but or mysteries. I feel like that'd be perfect for mystery anime, because it's hard for me to watch a mystery anime after I've seen it because I already know. So I could watch it like maybe a second time just to see like the little implications in there, but it's like I can't really watch mystery animes like that. Like again, you know? Like Erased is so good, but I can't watch it again. Like I could watch it like after that, or like a long time after, or Terran Resonance. Oh my gosh. oh my gosh, but I can't rewatch it because I know exactly how like everything happens, right? So that's why I'm like, I think I'd do it for a mystery. So like a Terror in Resonance or a Erased, because it's like a whoa, hold up now, what is going to happen? Dang, now I'm thinking. Free run? No, wait, I changed my mind. Like you've never seen that specific anime ever before. No, I understand that, but still, I feel like it's a different thing. It's like, imagine the first time you ate something, right? Imagine where you were. Imagine who you were with, right? And that could be your favorite food because you remember not only it tastes good, but you remember having this moment for the first time eating it with your family somewhere, right? But now imagine you erase that memory of eating for the first time and now you eat it again. It's going to be delicious, obviously, but it's not going to be the same. You're not going to feel the same because you're not it's not just you experiencing it for the first time because you're not experiencing it the way that you did before. Vinland Saga is a good one. Vinland Saga is a really good one. It's a really good one. I showed Facebook more than I thought. Yeah, Vinland Saga is a really good one. That's a good choice. But that's why I can't pick that one, Morgan. Because when I watched that, I was in a certain situation, and I told you, I was like pissed off because like the house wasn't ready yet, and I was sitting, I'm like, man, and I was sitting here sleeping on this little thing, right? This little like bed that you can fold, right? I was sitting there, I was pissed, right? But just got the internet connected, right? And I was like, man. And I remember my cousin, she was telling me about anime and everything. And then I was like, yo, I want to watch something. And then I was sitting there, miserable. And then I turned it on. And then it was I was watching. And just the moment and everything, I was just sitting there watching. I binged the whole thing. And I was like, yo, this is the greatest thing of all time. Right? But now, if I erase that memory of me watching it in that situation, I'd watch it again. And I'd love it. But it wouldn't hit the same. You know? Vinland Saga was a great binge watch. Yeah, definitely. Oh man, it's crazy because Vinland Saga is like, it's like, okay, this is like, I know Titan's gonna hate this because I'm talking about One Piece again, but I was watching somebody react to One Piece and they said something that Vinland Saga makes me like, what I feel when I watch Vinland Saga. He said, I feel like I'm in it, right? Like I'm in the world, and that's what Vinland Saga makes me feel like, you know? Because there's so much going on and the world is so big and it jumps to so many different people, or not different people, but like different places. I'm just like, yo, I know everything. You know, this is why I love when the world's so big, because we're sitting here and we're traveling days on sea. Like a long time on sea. I'm like, what? And then now we're introducing this character who's over here, who they kind of like little bit foreshadowed before. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So it's more relatable. I mean, it's not even like, I don't feel like that is what makes it related. Like, I don't think that's the reason for me, because it doesn't really matter. It just feels like, I just feel like, I mean, it's easier to do with a real world because it's like we can see those things tangibly. But I feel like the only way, yeah, you know, but I feel like the only way it can work is when they check all the boxes, right? So you know how things work. But it hasn't. It has that. Yeah, I know. But it just, like, when it shows how normal people live their lives, that's the way it works. Because I feel like obviously it's cool to follow, you know, the main character, and let's say the main character is a superpowered like genius or something. But like, show me people that aren't, right? If it's in a world with superpowers, show me people that are living day-to-day lives, right? I don't need to follow them, but I just need to see that these things exist, right? I need to see that you thought of this world, which is why I love world building so much. The reason I didn't pick Shield Hero, I mean, oh okay. You see, like for me, like Shield Hero could be a good one too. The first time I watched Shield Hero, like like it was amazing. And if I were to rewatch it, that's why I'm thinking of animes that I've seen that don't like that I love, but doesn't have a crazy like memory behind it. You know what I mean? Like a crazy memory behind it. Oh, I remember. Okay, so I was talking to my brother a while ago, right? And this is when he used to he spoiled Your Line April for me, which is why I can't watch it. I mean, I might watch it someday, but he spoiled it for me, right? But the thing is, when he watched it, and he told me, it was like, because when he watched it, it was like around when my grandfather passed, right? And it was like a super emotional thing. And when he sat there, he was like, he loved it. He loved the story and how it was, right? And that's like one of his favorite, I'd say like romance type anime, because he's more of a shonen guy. If we were to erase that whole memory of watching it at that point in time, it would not impact the same way. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like I try to find an anime that I watched that doesn't have a strong like memory or something behind it. Erases like what I like. I think I'd have to pick like or a 91 Days, because I'm trying to think of something that is good, but I could rewatch it and it doesn't like take away from like a whole thing that that led up to it, because even like I'm not saying it'll erase all that memory, but it'll just erase that whole thing and that feeling of that moment, so it wouldn't be the same. So something like a mystery would be good. A 91 Days would be crazy. A Terran Resonance would be good too, but I think like I could pick like a Tokyo Ghoul season 1. I wouldn't do that, because if I erase that, then I just want to watch season 2. You know what I mean? Oh, Link Click. Oh my gosh, Link Click would be crazy. Because I just like when I'm like, I love watching people watch shows, like react to stuff. So when I watch them, I'm just watching. I'm just like, yo, when this happens, what do you like? So like if I can rewatch it, that'd be crazy. Oh man, I was about to say something. Principal. I mean, like sure, I guess. But yeah, like I can't just change like a whole thing like that. For the jokes. Okay. um Shield Hero, I don't know. Erase there. Like a mystery type thing. Is what I'm thinking. Probably Fairy Tail for me. Oh, Fairy Tail's good. I like Fairy Tail. But I don't think I could. The reason why is because I dropped Fairy Tail twice before I completed it. And I love Fairy Tail, but because of the fact that I dropped it, if I were to erase it, I mean, unless I erase the next time that I watched it, then okay. But if I erased the first time that I ever seen it, like if I erased it like entirely from my mind, I feel like I'd end up dropping it again. Actually, I probably wouldn't this time, because I dropped it before because I didn't have that much anime under my belt, and I was just like I couldn't get through it. But when I watched it again after like a few more animes that I've seen, it was fine. So that's why I think I'd be able to make it through it. But that's what I've realized. A lot of anime, I dropped it because I was just like, man, I don't want to watch like a 90s anime. Like, I'm trying to watch this new stuff. And then once I started watching a little bit more anime, then I went back and man, I was like, yo, this is like, I just literally left all this back here. And then I started watching a lot more and more, and I got more into it, Oh, that looks like it's going to be it for me, guys. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Oh, that's that one show you were talking about the other day when we were looking at the character sheets. Give me a second, though. I'll be right back. True to their or divorced anime. Wait, what? So they got me. Tough times. Hold up. Time out. Rewind. Divorce? You were married? I didn't know you were married to the guy. So you can't erase Shield Hero or that, because if you erase that, then it won't be the same. No way already. Honestly, there are shows that I'd rather forget and never watch again. Titan, 100%. However, you would never know that you don't want to watch it again, so you probably end up watching it again. Like, there's so many shows that I wish that I could erase from my memory because it had like a terrible ending, or because of like how I felt after I watched it. You see, I'll accept that, because it's like I threw it up for you to hit it, you know. I mean, actually, you threw it up, and then I just let it go on by. This is why I miss story times. I'm really feel why. Yeah. I'd rather you watch To Your Eternity. Oh, I never finished it. Listen, you see, this is why I like to binge. The reason why I never finished To Your Eternity is because I watched it and there was no more episodes left. So then I stopped it, obviously, right? Then other shows were coming out and I was watching them. And then To Your Eternity got trapped in the haven't finished. This is why I binged. This is why, Brian, when I tell you, I need it to be done, because if it's not, if I catch up, there's a chance that I'll just leave it and I'll forget about it forever. Like, I literally, listen, 86 is one of my favorite anime, and I haven't finished it because of that same thing. There was not enough episodes. I mean, no, it was, I caught up, and it was like the first batch, but then the second batch came out, and then I watched the first episode, and then I couldn't finish it. Why? Because of the fact that there was no more episodes left. This is why I binge. Let me get my water. Low-key Demon Slayer? Yeah, Demon Slayer is a good one. I don't think there's like when I think of Demon Slayer, I love it, but I don't think there's anything else there. You know, like anything else that, like when I think of Demon Slayer, I think of that. You know, like like this is why I said Titan hates Shrek is because when Titan thinks of Shrek, he thinks of man. I asked this girl out and she said no. I stepped in a puddle. There was no milk when I poured the cereal in the bowl already. And then Shrek was on. He said, man, all right. Turned on Shrek. And he's like, man, this is garbage. Because everything else was trash. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I don't think I know what that is. You know what I wish I never saw? It starts with a G. I wish I never watched that show. Crazy first episode. And I wish I would have stopped there. So I know it's yep. I wish I never saw that show. I wish I never saw that show. Oh my gosh. Where are you from, Titan? That's something I haven't heard in a while. I was just trying. I never said he was the issue. He's not the issue with the show. Is that one anime you told us about? Oh, never mind. I mean, there's other animes, bro, that I've seen that are garbage that I'm glad that I know that are garbage, so I don't watch them again. But this show, I'm pretty sure I was told not to watch it, but I was like, man, I'm about to watch it anyway. And then I wish I never watched it. It's peak. You see, like, I feel like Titan just like he just finds like ways to like you know, just to sneak some One Piece hate in. Just a little. There's a space right there. Cause you don't. No, I'm gonna wait. Like once I have like some time, I'm about to, cause I I think a week or a couple weeks ago, I watched a whole bunch of One Piece. I was like, the sun was shining in my face, and I was like, hold up, didn't the sun? Wait, wasn't it nighttime? That's why I was like, yo, okay, I gotta take a break. I can't watch this right now because it's going. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. I was sitting there. I mean, I was laying there. I was watching, and then the sun started shining. I was like, what the heck? What the heck? The sun is out. I watched like, I don't know how many episodes I saw. I saw like, if I go to my list right now, I mean, it won't be right now, but I watched like maybe like 12 episodes. Like 12 episodes, probably. This Loki hurts to say. This Loki hurts to say. Oh my goodness. But I wish I never saw Tokyo Revengers. You wish you never saw it and you wouldn't rewatch it? Do you not like it? Dang. Dang. Is it like should I even continue watching it? Because I haven't finished the last season yet. Or I haven't finished the like I haven't even started the last season yet. Or the latest one. I don't know if there's more. Should I even watch it? I like it, but it's. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of animes like that. Like I'd be okay. Like I don't like I don't need to have that. You know, taking up storage. You know. Like what's that? What's that one show? What's that one show? That garbage one. What's that one garbage show? Don't even say it. Don't even say it, Titan. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to see that comment pop up or that chat pop up. What's that comic? I mean that manga. Batoon. Oh my gosh. If I never saw that, I'd be I'd be happier. Danganronpa can go bye bye. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I can, like, I don't have to remember that. It can go bye bye. I disagree. Maybe the anime, but the game can. Okay. I never played the game, so. Actually, yeah, screw that anime. Dumpster. I actually love the story, but I should have stuck to the game for me, definitely. Gamers, you know. Wait, hold up. Let me see. Oh, gamers, Bri, that show. I never like. I watched up to episode 11 and stopped. Bri, I got to episode 11 and stopped. I didn't finish that show. I had one more episode left. Run a girlfriend. Run a girlfriend. I I don't even like. It's there. Run a girlfriend is there, and it can stay there. I never finished it. I don't care to finish it, and I never will finish it most likely. But gamers, but the intro for gamers is cool though. Let me see, gamers. Let me see. What does the intro sound like? I think I like the intro.